All right, so Hens released a video on one of his 30,000 channels titled The 3 Unbeatable Killer God Builds in Dead by Daylight. And I couldn't help but notice that he's using Huntress in the thumbnail. And if there's one thing I know for a fact, Huntress does not have an Unbeatable Killer God build. I would know about it if she did. My best guess is it's going to have Eerie Head in some way. People massively overrate Eerie Head. It is really good, but if you go against a really good team, even if you're firing on all cylinders, you're going to get eaten alive on an outdoor map. It just doesn't really work that well. You have to be playing against bad, uncoordinated survivors, and you have to be doing really good. So we'll check this out, see exactly what he's got here for her unbeatable build. Oh, here it is, literally immediately. Okay. Wooden Fox. Okay, I already see where this is going. Wooden Fox, Eerie Head. Wooden Fox, by the way, 30 seconds of undetectable and reloading. Eerie Head, a one-shot insta-down hatchet. So he's going to be throwing a hatchet and then reloading and sneaking up on survivors. So very strong build. Not going to lie, it is probably her strongest. Only on indoor maps. You're still going to get eaten alive on outdoor maps against a good team. So I would not call this unbeatable at all. Iron Maiden for the faster reload. I respect it. Darkness revealed. Auras, obviously. Nowhere to hide. Kicking Jins, revealing auras, and Lethal Pursuer to find somebody at the beginning of the game. That's going to be a nasty combination. I don't mean to keep pausing it. I won't do that. Throw the Eerie Head, reload with the Undetectable Fox, and then find the Survivor with a Lethal Pursuer. Get it instant down right off the jump.
Consider the Unbeatable God builds. These builds are so strong that I personally deem them as unbeatable, even when the killer's not playing them all too well against very strong survivors. Because
okay, I don't mean to pause it. That's just not true at all. Obviously, you know, he's a content creator, so he's hyping it up and stuff like that. He obviously doesn't really believe it. You know, the killer's playing poorly. Very strong survivors. This build that we saw as Huntress, you're gonna get eaten alive. You're absolutely gonna get eaten alive.
The killer's such a strong advantage, since map offerings will get a significant nerf.
This nurse build, though,
yeah,
that's unbeatable.
Do this. Fair warning: the survivors in this video stood no chance at all. I hope you enjoy. But first,
now is he counting a map offering as the build?
All right, it is time to play the unbeatable Huntress build. We are playing Huntress with iridescent head
on Larry's.
Our reading and Wooden Fox.
So 2 indoor maps. So yeah,
that's the undetectable status.
I would call it an.
This is truly the.
I would call it an unbeatable build on an indoor map, probably.
As demonstrated on the drive, we just go up to his aura and then we just down him. Not only
and a lot of people give up.
Bonk. Oh,
Undetectable doing a lot of work. Obviously, that's part of the build.
They see me, they go down, and that's it.
I'm surprised they're not giving up. They usually give up immediately with Eerie Head. Eerie Head, I'm going to pause it one more time. I'm sorry. Eerie Head is such a awfully designed add-on. It's one of the worst designed add-ons in the game because you have a killer whose sole purpose and most fun aspect is throwing hatchets, and you limit her to 1 hatchet? Like, that's awful. That's terrible. It's not engaging for survivors. It's not engaging for killer because no survivor wants to get downed instantly by a zoning Huntress, and let alone the other ultra rare add-on that makes her a 115 killer without hatchets. So 2 add-ons that discourage her from using hatchets, really, in any type of fun way. I just realized too he doesn't have nowhere to hide. So his. No, you're not. The office is in the way. So his undefeatable, yeah. His undefeatable.
I don't think there was.
His undefeatable build isn't even consistent either. Ha! Ooh, see? Endurance. If he used his hatchet, that would be a huge problem. That's another thing too I forgot to mention. Good teams run a lot of endurance perks, making your iridescent head worthless.
You know what?
He could be shooting through these windows too, but he's obviously afraid to do it. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Wow, good shit.
Okay. I always do
the survivor played terribly right there. Yeah, so he's specifically, you know, specifying indoor maps. I was about to say, this is not, and obviously, you know, you just title it 3 Unbeatable Killer God Builds because that's how you do a YouTube video. You can't be like 2 unbeatable killer god builds and then 1 other unbeatable killer god build that's only unbeatable on certain maps. It obviously doesn't work like that. So this is definitely not an unbeatable killer god build. I highly recommend it against using it unless you can guarantee an indoor map, which you can't. It's a really bad build outside of that on outdoor maps. I wouldn't say awful. It's not
want this
great.
map, so they brought it and I brought it. That is quite interesting, and I
The biggest
really want to find a
problem,
locker.
you get a good
That way
team,
I can
outdoor
get
map,
rid of my
endurance
terrorists.
perks, they'll stay
It looks
injured,
like-
slam gins, and dead
Oh, this
hard
guy has
Eerie Head
distortion.
hatchets.
Interesting. I'll get rid
If
of my
all
terrorists
survivors
now.
stay injured, and Eerie Head does
I don't think
nothing.
they
Really, there's no power
actually-
to it. It's just a hatchet, you know what I mean, at that point. It's rare I lose using it, but I have a couple times.
Oh,
Good shit.
that was a
Nice.
clean
That was
shot.
clean.
Okay, so they DC'd already.
That's
I
usually
don't
what
want to spend
happens.
too much time upstairs, so this is the part of the map
And
that
I
is
don't
very
blame
open.
survivors for it. Who
But
wants to
the
go against
downstairs
that?
part
That
is
shit was
where
boring right
the
there.
map-
Undetectable is the key part, though. It stops them from pre-running. Good survivors on an outdoor map, though, won't matter. They'll
She
keep an eye on you, see you
survived.
coming.
I missed. Do you want to play that loop, lady? I'm not sure you want to be honest. That's a terrible loop against the Huntress.
See, she's completely gone now that he missed once. That's part of the
you dropped
problem with the
down,
build.
didn't
Could be throwing shots over the top of these buckets. He's not doing that at all because he's afraid
Hey,
of
that's
missing.
playing well, though.
If
Have
you
to-
miss, it's
have
just
to
over.
say. Wait. Oh, she had
Got the
Wow.
unhook.
Interesting.
Yep, the anti-camp. And now he M1'd,
Yeah,
so
wasn't
his
that
Eerie
close
Head
as well.
hatchet's
My bad, my
worthless.
bad. All right, Ada. Let's see what we can do here. Balance landing. Strong.
Getting cooked, not gonna lie.
Windows over
I mean, he's
too.
definitely gonna win for sure, but
Probably.
pre-dropping the
presumably.
pallet, you cannot outplay this. You have to kick that.
No, I cannot.
Well,
I
third
don't
person
think I
camera.
can play this
Wow, he really disengages, huh?
with this. Someone behind the curtain. Is this Jake? Has to be, right? Yes, sir. All right,
Yep,
Jake,
he's
you're
dead.
in big trouble.
He needed to drop that pallet.
It's all over from here. Here it
Patty's
is.
below.
Kind of a giveaway.
I love how I can hear the audio of his game so well in my headset.
Hello.
Let me just see. It's gonna be Nurse and then
surprise there,
Blight.
But
Oh, Singularity, really? Okay, so yeah, that does it. I just wanted to react to that. Obviously not an unbeatable build on Huntress. Unbeatable on indoor maps? Yes. Because there's pretty much nothing you can do, you know? Undetectable, you run up on them, you know. I guess they still have the warning from your lullaby, so they could pre-run off of that, which I've had some teams do against me. But for the most part, survivors, they're not going to be doing that. A lot of what's going to happen is you're going to insta down the first survivor, and they're immediately going to go next on hook or just DC, and then it's like pretty much a guaranteed win from there. Outdoor maps, totally different story. You'll probably get eaten alive against a good team, honestly. I've seen it before. It's happened to me before. I was actually very impressed, and I came to realize that Eerie Head is actually very, very weak against teams who know what they're doing. Like I said earlier, I'll just restate it real quick. They see you have Eerie Head, they'll all stay injured, they'll all use endurance perks, dead hard, DS, off the record, things like that. They'll slam gins, and before you know it, they're at the exit gate. If you get one hook and you have Eerie Head, they're not even gonna bother for the save. So you'll get 3 outed at the end of the day. So much better to not do this. I would say the closest thing to an actual unbeatable build for her would be full aura reading with shiny pin and flower babushka, because that makes you the most versatile, the ability to play the most loops on indoor maps too, especially, and the constant aura reading and constant hooking is the best shot you got, honestly. But yeah, that does it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one.